DJ Event Planner will change the way you manage and run your business. Streamline all of your procedures and software into one easy-to-manage system. DJ Event Planner, the ultimate online planning tool. Tonight's DJNTV show is sponsored in part by Electro Voice, DJ Event Planner, ADJ, NLFX Professional, Promo Only, and DJNTV Insiders.
Hey everybody, and welcome out to a Monday night. We've got 5 on it. Shani's got 5 on it. John and I, we've got 0. We've got 0. Maybe a -1 if we're lucky. But it's not golf, so it's not a good thing. But no, thank you very much for tuning in to us tonight. Thank you very much for hanging out. By the way, just a little plug. If you're not on the Insiders and you didn't check out John's previous show that happened before this, you're missing out. Just pure and simple. John previewed a very cool way to run your light show on your iPad, and very in depth, and enough that I'm actually thinking about changing my programs just because of it. Ooh. Yeah, I mean, it was that good. So anyway, enough about that. Enough stroking his ego. Shani's got some great topics, and I'll be honest with you, I only knew about 2 of them. So you definitely have to stick around for this. All right. So Shani, without further ado, what are you starting us off with tonight?
Should we start with like some music?
Sure.
Artists?
There's always room for a mega seg story.
Man, already?
What? No?
If I drink this much, I'm going to have to go to the bathroom. That's all I'm saying.
Okay. How do we start by like saying that word already?
I was excited. Okay. Sorry. I'll be quiet again.
No, you're okay. You're all right, I guess.
All right, so let's start with for you rockers, you old school rockers out there. When I say the word foreigner,
ooh,
some people that's kind of reaction I like. People might go ooh.
Yes, yes. I'm waiting to hear what the is though, because before I go ooh.
Well, actually, it's a good ooh. No. It's a good ooh, but you have to actually, it's a good ooh, but you might be like, So foreigner.
It's like, ooh.
No, but it's a good ooh. So foreigner, it decided to do a special reunion concert. They're going to do a reunion concert featuring all the original members. Well, except for one, because he's not here. Like,
right.
Living. Yeah. The original bassist is.
Well, wait a minute. They could do like a hologram.
I don't think they really care. I don't think Foreigner really.
Wait.
You know what? Listen, guys, if you're watching the show and you didn't think of it, I want at least like $10 for that idea. You put it all into the hologram, but.
Yeah, I don't think like Foreigner really cares about that, but
I could do artist renditions of them.
Now, Foreigner might be into that. Foreigner might be into like a post-it note, little stick, post-it note their basis. Yeah, like that could be Ed. That definitely could be Ed. And then you got to put like a little bass guitar in Ed's. So this is the original members, not like let's add this guy and let's go on tour and add this guy. the original members, except for Ed, and they're doing it one time only on August 4th. So if you're anywhere near South Dakota, that's how they're doing it.
John's relatively close, closer out of the three of us.
Certainly, but why South Dakota?
That I can't tell you. I don't know why.
When was it, Shani?
August 4th.
Okay.
Saturday night.
The performance is billed as the first ever ticketed reunion concert featuring the original members. That's all. I don't know if that's going to be all worded on the ticket. If it is, it's going to be
like this big.
It's
I'm going.
You don't need your reading glasses to read that one, but yeah. So it's the special reunion concert featuring all the original members, and they'll probably bring some of the other guys that they brought in to replace those other members, like, you know.
Did it say where in South Dakota?
It did. I could tell you what. Yes, it did.
Foreigner. Okay, it's happening out at the Sturgis Bike Rallies. Yes, in Sturgis, South Dakota. For those of you who do not know what this is where every yuppie, every professional, anyone who has a motorcycle and hides it in their garage during the other 11 and a half months of the year, they get their leather on, they expose those tattoos, and they drive out to Sturgis on their Harleys, and they drive around turn this town into a motorcycle convention, for lack of a better way to describe it. I have family members actually out there that he will go and collect aluminum cans, and he has people who will collect cans for him in different spots. And he will be, by the end of when he's done with that, he'll have between $5,000 and $10,000 worth of aluminum cans that he will be turning in. And an incredible amount. And he has, he's passed away now, but Bernard did this for a number of years out there. And he'd have these big bikers who were like, yep, those cans are for Bernard. Make sure they get over in that tote over there, type of thing. Incredible.
So now we know why, and
that's what it's about. Who would have thought that the one stop on a reunion tour is for a bunch of bikers?
Yeah. There you go. Foreigner, the original members. Again, it's called the first ever ticketed reunion concert featuring all the original members. That is the name of the whole thing.
That rolls right off the tongue.
Right. I mean, that's the name. Yeah. Yeah.
Got a 30-second spot. And you used up 5 of it just getting the name of the ticket.
Get your tickets now. And then you just got to throw that in there. Get your tickets out. So yeah, August 4th. If anybody's interested, one night only. There you go.
I got a gig. Can't go.
Oh.
Not to mention I don't have a bike.
Yeah, and the big tattoo on the arm and such. That
my bike.
Well, I do, but that's why I wear the sleeves to cover it up.
Oh yeah. That's nice of you. Yeah. Modesty is a good thing.
So there you go, Foreigner.
All right, we need to move on. We've already given them more. We've already probably talked about them more than their show's going to play. Maybe not, but.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so we're gonna move on. Let's just stick to music. Let's do one more music. We're gonna go another name. Sheryl Crow.
Okay.
So if I say the word STEM, does anybody does that ring a bell for anybody? STEM?
Science, technology, engineering, and mathematics.
That's what.
Sure, that's probably where you would think the word STEM. Actually, STEM has been around for a couple years now, and a lot of the new artists know STEM. And this is actually for people that really don't want to or don't have a record label. And this is with the whole streaming thing going on, and streaming is here to stay. So now music artists are kind of doing the streaming thing. So Sheryl Crow, for those that don't know, actually released a new song. She's coming out with an album, and she just released a new song. So for those that don't know and are Sheryl Crow fans, she released a new song. It's called "Wouldn't Want to Be Like You." And she released
smack in the face. All right.
And she released it on STEM instead of through her record label. And STEM was actually founded in 2015, and it streamlines tracks for payments for artists and their collaborators, offering like a clear financial picture, including the performance data and monthly payments. So instead of going through the whole record label and figuring out, okay, who are we going to go through to release this album or release our first single, you go through a streaming service like STEM and just do it that way. So if you don't have a record label, or even if you do, you could just go to their site and pay for this and do it this way. And it's not, I mean, as much as it's for the upcoming artists, like Childish Gambino did his latest song through STEM. So it's not just for the up and coming artists, and more artists are kind of looking to do things like this. So I don't know. Like I said, it did start in 2015, but I know this is the first I've heard of, you know, instead of, you know, some of the other record labels, this is the first time I've heard of STEM. So I don't know, but be on the lookout for Sheryl Crow Wouldn't Want to Be Like You. It was this weekend.
Okay.
Yeah. Didn't get to listen to it, but we'll see. I don't know.
You know, and in some aspects, I mean, you did mention, you know, Childish Gambino, but
yeah,
this could be. I mean, she's been gone off the music scene at least,
and that's another reason
for a little
why
while.
She wanted to do it this way too, because she said it has nothing to do with record labels. She kind of wanted to get to the younger audience, so she wanted to do it this way. It was nothing against any record labels. She figured, like, let me put a pulse on what the younger people are doing and see where it goes for my single. She didn't say this is where she was going to release her whole album. She just wanted to do the first track this way. So,
I gotta wonder if some record labels, though, would kind of, I mean, I would imagine she's under some sort, well, maybe she's not under a contract.
Yeah,
with
I don't
one
think
currently.
right now she is. She's. It didn't say she is under a record label for this album. So it just said her producers and her released it under STEM. So I don't think this album is under a record label or anything. So we'll see. I don't know.
So by the
Could be a lot. Oh, sorry, go ahead, John.
Yeah, by looking at it, so STEM, it's stem.is, and what there's a streaming service that they integrate with other streaming services. So they're connecting with Amazon, Apple, iTunes, Deezer, and all the other streaming services. And to a point, they're acting as a representative for the artist with these others, keeping track of the income and such. So they're probably setting an automated system up that's not they're only taking a 5% cut, where a label would take a much higher cut. So
yeah,
this could.
Yeah, and that's the thing. I mean, look at how many artists have talked about how the record label took all their money.
Yeah.
And I didn't get a cut from my album, and I didn't get this, and I didn't get that. So maybe this is the way to go for artists now, is go to these type of sites where the people who wrote their song and produced their song and did the track with them are making the money and not the label anymore.
Yeah, because at one time the labels they were doing so much more, or they could do so much more, even when the printing and backing a lot of these different things, they don't exist. No one has to do the artwork for a DVD anymore. It just doesn't happen anymore.
Yeah, how he's like cut out the blood-sucking middleman. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. I wonder, though, how many people who have been gone from the music scene for a while, we'll keep it nice and PC, are we going to end up seeing from as a result of stuff like this? Like people who maybe shouldn't be? I'm not saying Sheryl Crow. I'm just saying, like, in general, I'm wondering how many are going to be like, all right, let's go do it.
Mm-hmm.
It'll be interesting to see. I mean, with all this thing going on with, well, what are the young people doing now? That's probably the way they're going to be trending is, well, what are the young people doing? What are the young artists doing? I want to do what they're doing.
Their music.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Yeah.
All right. So let's move on. What do we got for number 3?
Okay. Number 3, which way do you want to go? You want to do...
Only thing I request is that we save the one that we didn't do last time.
Okay.
Just because.
That's okay.
Just because.
Let's go to let's really quick talk about Michael Jackson.
Okay.
Let's do that really quick then. So for you Michael Jackson fans, you're gonna have to wait a couple years, but I'm just giving you a little bug in your ear right now. The Legends Estate has announced this weekend that it agreed to develop a Broadway musical that to develop about Michael Jackson, but it's going to make its debut not till 2020.
I would imagine it takes some time to put something like that together. This
Yeah.
isn't like a story that we're saying we're taking to Broadway. It's like, okay, guy's life, we got to make it interesting. Like for an audience in Broadway.
Yeah, but they definitely gave the okay. They definitely signed off on it. So they definitely said, go ahead, we're giving you the okay to do it. So so that's awesome. I mean, let me put it this way. If it's anything, I saw the one in Vegas and that was incredible. So if it's going to be anything like that, but in like a Broadway form, I think it will be Tony worthy and incredible. And I think it'll win lots of Tonys and probably be touring like Hamilton and things like that. So I think that will definitely be one of the big hits.
Interesting though, that this comes, I mean, the weekend and today being the 9th anniversary.
I know.
Like a little interesting on the timing.
Yeah. 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 I think that I know. And today is the 9th anniversary. I know. I think that's very interesting that they announced it this weekend and then this is the anniversary. Yeah. So I find that very interesting. I mean, I love the Broadway musical, so I definitely would get my tickets to see that. So I think that'll be awesome.
I wonder if it'll help us get tickets to Hamilton now.
Now, maybe in another year.
I'm just kidding. Let's go on.
Maybe like
no, you got to make till 2020, remember?
Yeah, 2020, then you'll be able to get your Hamilton tickets.
There we go.
Get your Hamilton tickets in 2020.
Eventually. All right. So number four.
Number four.
Okay.
All right. For you social media people out there, Instagram just basically slapped YouTube in the face and said, okay, you think you're cool. Well, we're trying to be cooler now. And you guys are trying to, you guys are coming out with some cool stuff. Well, we're trying to get the youngins back again. And they just launched their IGTV. So for those that don't know, the IGTV, basically they just targeted YouTube and they upped their video limits. So they increased their video limit time from 1 minute to 10 minutes. So for most users, you have to have a certain amount of followers to be able to do like the 10 minutes, the 10 minute for the large, and the accounts with the large audiences will even be able to do 1 hour, which I was like, whoa, that's like a whole program there.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So I don't know. I mean, I don't know if that's like a Will Smith type thing, or I don't know what they consider, if it's a verified account that can do the 1 hour stuff, but they're really trying to get the young audiences back, staying on Instagram with the IGTV. They're trying to, to be the cool place for the young people to share content and view content. It's built for, and it's also built for how you hold your phone. So the big thing about it is you can do the vertical videos and you can watch everything full screen vertical. So nothing gets cut off in the vertical viewing. So I know like everybody complains about vertical, watching it on desktop and things like that, but now it's full screen in vertical and you can film it in vertical full screen. So you can watch IGTV from all your people who you're already following and then watch it from other, people and things like that. So we'll see what happens with it. See, now that they just launched it this week, I don't know. We're going to see what happens with the IGTV and if it, I don't know how it's going to compete with YouTube, but we'll see like if they even get like an increase with users, using it and things like that. I posted one video just to post it to see if I got more followers or if I got more people watching it. The thing about it, I did notice is you can't see who likes it.
Really?
Okay.
Or I'm sorry. No, you can't see who watches it.
Okay.
You could see if somebody liked your IGTV, but you can't see who watched it.
Well, I mean, if it's going out there in general, kind of like with YouTube, I don't know, who has ever watched any of my videos. I might get numbers.
Yeah.
But
on like your normal account, I could see like if somebody viewed and watched it. So I was like, I just was like playing with it a little bit just to see, since I have like a business account. I was like, oh, let me just post a video and kind of play with it a little bit and see like what my views are and my likes and everything. So I'm going to kind of play with it a little bit and just like kind of post certain type of videos on it and see what gets more views and what gets more likes and things like that.
So to give you, Shani, I did a teaser video for the show I did.
Yes, but you didn't do it on IGTV. You just did it on
both
your normal. Oh, both. You did do it on IGTV.
IGTV had 51 views, and now we'll go to Instagram.
I didn't see it on IGTV.
It's because you don't follow me. I'm really feeling the love.
No, I do follow you because I saw it. I saw it on.
Yeah, sure you do.
I saw it.
Yeah, and then the one on Instagram itself had 60 views.
Okay, well, I'm like one of the 60 views.
Oh, that's why there's 60 there.
But you just said you didn't see it.
I didn't see it on IGTV.
Oh.
I saw it on his regular Instagram because I didn't go on IGTV tonight. But now I'm going to go on IGTV after this so I could be one of his.
So I'm using the same logo, so I think it's in the same realm.
I just didn't look on IGTV today.
Yeah, so obviously those are two separate worlds, really.
Yeah.
Very much so.
Yeah. Interesting. Yeah, we'll see.
I wonder if this will increase like the fake following. I guess for lack of better terms, like the idea of, for example, I think it was like shortly after it came out, suddenly I had requests from, I think 20 different people of just random, like, these are not people that I know, they're businesses, like the whole, okay, I'm going to follow you, so you follow me type of thing, so that it gets their numbers up, so they get that higher amount to then get to the 10-minute mark. I'm just wondering, how much of that is going to really show up. It seemed like, I mean, like I saw it right away. Then the last few days, it hasn't seemed to be as much, but
yeah.
I don't know. Yeah. So do you think it, I mean, obviously it's not taking down YouTube.
No.
But do you see it catching on, worthwhile to even mess with?
I don't know. I'm going to have to play with it a little bit more. I'm going to have to play with it a little bit more and see and watch content. I'm going to have to watch some content a little bit more and see with it and see what's going on with it. It's definitely catching on. I mean, I haven't gone through the content because I've been so busy, but I've seen a lot of content on there. So people really are posting major content on it and not just like 1-minute videos. People are doing the 10-minute videos and they are posting like big content. So we'll see. We'll see what happens with it.
Okay.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right. So we saved the best for last. You've now waited a week and almost a full day to get to this topic. So not that I'm putting any pressure on you, Shani, but this better be good.
Okay.
As much hype as I've just given it.
Okay. Great. John, tell us about the insiders.
So anyway, I was just pulling up the MegaSeg website and thinking there must be an update for this much excitement and this much buildup.
And guess what? There's not.
Is there a
because
website?
Unlike every other software company that's worth playing, they've done an update.
Do they have a virus on the website? Can you go to the website without getting a virus?
They actually have a website.
I was like, do they have a website?
Okay. So
does it go with my AOL account? Don't lie. I do have an AOL account. So.
Yeah, the link is on MySpace.
I do. I'm not gonna lie. Still do.
I know, me too. It's okay.
I use it for a lot of stuff too, like my hotel.
Junk email John sends me. Just
don't. I use it for
that's why it keeps getting account. Bounced.
All right, so number 5 kind of goes with actually one of the Sheryl Crow thing we were kind of talking about a little bit with the streaming. So Beatport, for those that don't know, one of the big streaming music services or one of the record pools, Beatport is a huge music service. First of all, I talked about Pulse Locker, I think last year when they closed up shop, and for those that were into it with their Serato and things like that, that everybody who stream music just what Pulse Locker lost their library and things like that. I'm probably one of the few that don't stream music with my DJ services. So I was just like, well, whatever. Okay. And didn't really do anything for me because I don't stream music. And maybe I'm one of the few that need to start streaming music with my DJ services because Beatport might be changing the game next year. They're going to let you stream their entire catalog in your DJ app next year. And for those that don't know Beatport, you might want to investigate what Beatport is about because they're a huge, did I say huge? Music service.
Isn't it pronounced huge?
Huge. Like football. Right now, we're watching the football games.
Isn't that over already?
I would think so.
No, we're like I think we're like in games E and F right now. Ole, 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 ole.
E and F. I mean, that's not even
they're just at weird times for me. Like all the games are in just weird times because this whole Russia thing. It's so hard to watch this game. So not only we're talking about Beatport, that's right. So not only did Beatport, like I said, acquire Pulse Locker back in April, but they're saying soon you could play their whole entire library in your DJ software like Rekordbox, Serato, Virtual DJ. You got excited when I said Virtual DJ.
No, I got excited when you started throwing in 3 or 4 different. Because it seems like
when I say DJ app, this is what I'm talking about. They are legit going after the DJs right now. They are saying like you have a DJ app, we're going to be able to say whatever DJ app you use, you're going to be able to stream our entire music library. When I say entire music library in your DJ app. So I think it's only going to be a matter of time that DJs are going to switch. I don't mean switch, but start streaming music when Beatport basically is going to be like in 2019, say, okay, here are our packages. You get the unlimited download package where you could download everything that's back ordered from when we started to, 2019 till this to this into your virtual library, into your Serato, into your Rekordbox, into your iPad app, into this, into that. I mean, this is going to be huge. They stepped it up. I used to be a member of them. I stopped just because that's when I was really DJing in the clubs hardcore. And then I kind of fell back a little bit and I changed some of my record pools, but this is going to be huge for streaming.
Yeah, for
and
sure.
Like I said, I'm probably one of the few that I don't belong to a streaming service. I mean, like I have like the free Pandora app that I just kind of play like here and there when I'm just like doing cardio or something. But I don't use anything like DJ Wise or anything like that.
One of the questions that came up in the chat room that I thought was interesting, and it was from Bill, and he says, "How is that even legal copyright wise?" Because I know we've talked about how the legit record pools, can't like you cannot get the audio tracks, you have to get the video tracks in order to get like the old stuff, like because of the difference. So it's interesting. I would be curious to see how that comes up, but is it because it's streaming, it's suddenly a completely different entity because you're not going to physically hold it or own it.
And I think that, like I said, I think they're also going to have different packages too for the streaming service. Again, it's a streaming service, so you're not owning it. It's streaming. So again, like how Pulse Locker, the minute Pulse Locker died, all these people that belonged with Pulse Locker freaked out about their music library because they lost their music library.
Yeah, their playlists and everything.
So like Bill said, how is that legal? Well, they lost their music library. So I think it's going to be the same thing. Don't quote me, because again, I'm not a streaming person, but I think you're probably going to lose your music library if for some reason, knock on wood, something happened to Beatport and they no longer going to say, oh, you can't use this with your DJ app anymore. And then all of a sudden you're going to go hit play or something and you're going to get like the question mark or whatever you get when it says cannot find song.
See, if you look at the Canadian, and if we have any Canadian DJs in here, they could chime in more. But they have a completely different music licensing system where they're paying a fee on a regular basis. I don't know if it's a yearly fee or a monthly fee. Again, this is what a system similar to that would be. You're paying $100 a month, and the music you're going to play is licensed for a system. It could easily be something like that, and if they could put that together, this could actually change our industry completely. Because having a streaming service that could get licensing for every song to a DJ, and basically you're paying on your play, meaning if I'm DJing, I'm paying, and if I'm not, I guess I'm not needing the service. I can start and stop, what have you. It could definitely be a big thing, and it'll probably be like some of the services where you can download maybe 2,000 songs or 5,000 songs, and as long as you log in every 2 weeks to prove that you're still a subscriber, those songs will probably sit on your hard drive, and then they leave, they disappear, and everything goes
right. I mean, right now, like I said, Beatport is a great pool, just like some of the other pools. I mean, they have incredible music library, but when they start streaming, it's going to be a total different animal. Like I said, I'm not a streamer, so I'm not a smoker, toker, midnight joker.
Yeah.
I'm not.
No.
You mean you're not Steve Miller?
No, and I'm not Foreigner or Sheryl Crow. So, and I won't be anywhere near South Dakota. So, So, I mean, this will definitely be interesting. You know, what happens if this does happen and how it does change the game for a lot of DJs, because it'll be interesting what happens when all these DJs now will be streaming. And there still be us, I guess we'll be called the old school DJs because we do record pulls. I don't know.
I will say this: I will not be the one jumping on board with this.
Are record pulls going to be old school then? Which is funny to me. Is that old school going to be record pulls? I don't know.
Well, they can't call them record pulls anymore.
I don't know.
We'll have to get rid of that name because we don't have records. We won't have record labels because of places like STEM.
I know. Yeah, it's like, oh my God, I'm so confused. I don't like change.
Well, I just said, okay, maybe not, but it was close to it. Maybe.
Really interesting.
Yeah, we talked about this before, and I think until there's a huge jump, and I'm not going to go with the whole huge 12,000 times, but until there's a huge jump in coverage for even just cell signals. I was in a remote location this past weekend, 14 miles of my drive before I got to the place, it went no service, and I had nothing. And actually it was kind of cool because I got to lie to one of the guests when they said, I want to hear this song. And it was on the do not play. And I was like, sorry, I don't have it. Well, can't you get it? Dude, there's no signal here. Like, that's not a possible. I'll give you $100. What part of no signal do you not get? Well, there was a reason why we were avoiding it. There was a certain dance that people did, and mom and dad were not going to be.
Which is you don't have to make you don't have to make excuses. You don't have to explain yourself. You don't have to say any of that to guess. To my whole thing is I don't need to explain myself to you. We don't have it. Sorry.
Yeah. They were intoxicated too, but that's another story for another time. Anyway, that was your 5 tonight, and I really think a lot of us should at least give some credence to the streaming idea because it could help you. It could help you in so many ways. I don't want to have to pick up 8,000 of those old tracks that I might play once, where maybe I get the low streaming service to where I access it for maybe 20 songs a month or 10 songs a month or whatever it might be, just so that I have that in my back pocket if I need it, but don't have to go out and get it otherwise. It just I think there is some strength to it. for us mobile guys, you know, and if you're in a place where you're always going to have access to a signal, why not?
Yeah.
Why not?
We'll talk more about this in the next segment, because there's some things I can add to this that will be kind of cool.
Yeah, are you talking about in what's going to happen here in about 5 minutes, where everybody's going to jump in and we're going to do like the Brady Bunch talk?
That sounds like
or are you
so
talking
much
like next
fun.
week?
Let's do that.
Okay, perfect. So here's what John and I are talking about. If you are new to the show and have no clue, right here in just a few moments, we're going to jump into what we call the hangout portion of the night. And what we often refer to this is, if you go to the expos and the big conferences, you go in and you get all the seminar content, and then you go hang out in the hall and you talk about it, or talk about what you're going to have for lunch or dinner or whatever. And we just have a good old time. That's what we're going to do, minus the lunch and dinner, because I might get hungry if you do. But anyway, you come join us. We're going to have a little bit of fun, and all the links will be here. They're going to drop in the YouTube chat room. They're going to be in the insider area on Facebook. So you really have no reason. I don't like to play with my pen tonight. But
I feel like you're going to throw it at me. Please don't. Please.
Maybe. But anyway, there's going to be plenty of links. So a great opportunity for you to come hang out with us. Please do. Just because we're fun, or we think we are. And John's got some cool things he's going to drop on us, because he promised he would. He just said that a few moments ago. If you were
John's going to drop it like it's hot. I just wanted to say that.
Just no twerking.
No.
Unless
he's gonna
we mute the camera.
John's going to floss for you guys. He's going to floss.
That would be worth seeing. That would be totally.
I think John's going to floss, and I think I'm just going to put it out there. John will floss in Atlantic City. For those that are going to Atlantic City, we're going to have John floss.
I am so looking
just
up
putting
what
it out
that
there.
means.
By
you
the
got
Bose
time
booth.
to learn
John
from your kids how to
by the
floss.
Bose booth. I'm going to DJ during my DJ set. I'm putting it out there on YouTube right now at the Bose booth. I guess I just put out that I'm spinning at the Bose booth.
I guess that way I know where you will be.
And John's gonna floss. I'll videotape it. If you're an insider, you'll get the video too.
Oh boy.
Booyah.
All right, we got to stop now.
I picked it up.
Good job. Don't drop it, let it hit the floor. That's just bad. But guys, thank you very much for joining us. A lot of great shows the rest of this week. And of course, next Monday, we'll be back here doing this again. Thank you very much. Good night.